Oh my, oh my. Love isn't all it's cracked up to be. Love is not all it's cracked up to be when you're just full of it. In other words, there's no opposition to your mind as it's matching the heart. It's like that's unison. Oh, the absence of fear. The absence of self. Self is, it wants, it needs, it shoulds people, it shoulds itself. It's just, like this was itself. Oh my gosh, no wonder sometimes we feel crazed. We are. But love. Oh my goodness, you have to be geared for it because it will kill you, which is not a terrible thing. It's like you're flipping from ego to sanity. So what else do I have? Love. Okay. So this is not unusual. This is love. So I'm just walking down the street, maybe, or just looking out a window, and someone walks by. Never seen that human being before, nothing familiar about that human being, and I just die into that. It's like holding myself back from just walking up to that person and going, oh my God, I love you too. I love you. You see the problem with love? It's a practice. And you can be flipped into an experience that if you have the work first, you can fly. And do nothing. And what do I name it? Curiosity. It's a fearless state of mind, and I don't know, without self-inquiry, the ego can't just drop enough to experience what it wants to own. You see the distance there? When the work found me and I was actually acting out love, like with any human being anywhere, just, oh my God, and just also the ground and the rocks and the dirt but in that, no one ever told me no. No one ever said, oh, you're offensive. No one ever. Why? Because it was authentic. So again, how do I love you? Why do I love you? I just can't help it. And why do I talk this way? It's not about me. You're in me. In other words, you are who I believe you to be. So you're flawless until you're not. And I've got 4 questions I can meditate in and turn around, explore those turnarounds. This is an exercise in stillness. You have no idea where it's going to take you, but you're all prepared. You're all prepared. The ego, not so much. Not prepared for that. It's like, oh, something terrible is going to happen. You see, I told you. And I'll spend my life proving it to you. Oh, my. Oh, okay. So those of you new to this community, the woman rants occasionally. So just kind of close your eyes and breathe and be breathed. Be breathed. It's like, I don't breathe me. It's unnecessary. I'm breathed. And I'm thought. I think I'll think, no. I'm thought. I'm breathed. I'm thought, it seems. I am. What? It's getting traction. Okay. Those of you new to the work, what we do in this community together is it's self-inquiry, and it's something no one can give us. We hang out together and share our experience, and we're going to jump into what we call a Judge Your Neighbor worksheet, and there's 6 questions on it. And Judith, honey, you have your hand up. You have a worksheet. Hi.
Hi, Byron Katie.
Hi, sweetie. So you have a worksheet?
Yes, I have. But before I start with it, I actually have to say that you changed my life so many times already. So I have to say thank you.
Oh my gosh, I wish I could take credit for that.
Well, a little.
Yeah, a little. Okay, it's I love that partnership. I love it. Maybe you sit in the worksheet and that enlightenment goes out into the world. And then in that, you're sharing that way with people. It's we're blessed. Thank you, Judith. Honey, what did you fill in for number 1?
I'm frustrated with Simon because he ignored my text messages.
Okay, so let's use him instead of his name. Okay. So or he, him. And the situation where you're looking at your phone, he hasn't answered your text. And what is the situation? Anchor where you looked at the text, he still hasn't done it. So where are you?
Well, I can just take today. So
Okay.
I have sent a message like on Sunday, and I repeated it this morning, and tonight he still hasn't replied to the message, though I explained why it's necessary. And then I get frustrated because he doesn't reply.
So are you standing or sitting when you looked at your phone?
I was standing in the kitchen.
Okay, so be there now. You're looking at your phone. He hasn't answered your text. So he ignores your text messages. Is it true? He ignores your text message. Is it true?
Well, that's not really accurate. He just doesn't reply to the text message. I think he saw it. So, yeah.
Okay, so it's yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm still sitting in it. Good one. Good one. Now notice how you react when you think the thought. Notice, those of you new to the work, be in the situation, and images of past and future will come through your head as you meditate in. How do I react? What happens when I think the thought, he's ignoring my message?
Well, I become sad and angry.
Okay.
And there's some aggressive thoughts coming, like contemplations on how to how to maybe punish him by cutting off all connection, or how this defensive thoughts, like I need to protect myself against this, or I can't believe that I'm not setting more boundaries with him, and all this kind of
Yeah, so you're in the past and in the future.
yeah.
In the past where he hasn't, this is his pattern in some ways, and in the future where he's just not gonna, you're gonna just give him up. You're gonna.
I know this is not going to change, this is forever like this. Yeah.
Yeah. He ignores your messages. So stay anchored in the kitchen. Look at the text. And who would you be without those images and thoughts of past, future? Just read the text.
My own text, read my own text. Yeah. I'm just about to cook dinner. That's all. Frankly, just had a lovely meal. Yeah. Yeah, I'm worrying about the future. I can see myself do it.
Yeah. Now, notice, without the thought he ignored my messages, notice, is there you're cooking, you're opening the refrigerator door, you're maybe at the stove. So get present without the thought he ignores my messages. We can cook a whole dinner and serve it and miss it.
Yeah, sure. I'm very good at that.
So get present, because that's like saying get back in your life. Look how well you do at it. Even when your mind is in past, future.
I can say one thing. I mean, like, he just ignored me for 3 months, but then again, I mean, he answers the text finally, what he does. So can I say that he completely ignores me? No, I can't.
So he ignored your last text.
Maybe for a week or so, and then maybe not. Who knows? Yeah.
So he ignores my text messages. Turn it around. I ignore his
message.
There's a message there. One time it was 3 months. There's a message there.
Yeah.
You're ignoring his message. Try it on. He's ignoring my messages. Turn around. I'm ignoring his messages. They're not necessarily coming through text. The absence of text. 3 months. And then again, you're looking for it in the kitchen. Does it come?
Well, kind of, yeah. I mean, he sends me, like, I think energetic messages all the time.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
So you're imagining that in your head, and
yeah.
And that's not his text. That's your text, thinking it's his.
I don't know. I'm a bit oblivious about it. What's what? I don't know.
Okay, what did I have for breakfast?
What you had for breakfast? I don't know.
Hours.
Not so good.
Yeah, but
so
not right or wrong, honey. It's nothing you have to do, but he ignores my messages and I ignore his messages. He's not who you want him to be. He is him.
I'm about to say cornflakes, but I don't know even why I do this. Okay.
He's that guy. He's him.
Yeah, he's just him. Yeah. I have a hard time just like what you just opened with, like loving people.
Yeah, well, there are some people in the world that could use a little of what you're putting on him. He's got his life. This is him. I ignore his text messages. So that's something for you to meditate in, and on the other side of our time together. And let's look at 2. In that situation, in the kitchen, you're looking at your phone. He hasn't responded to your text messages. What do you want? What do you want him to think, say, feel, or do?
I just want him to respond to my message within a day.
Okay, you know that guy. Look at your phone in the kitchen. You want him to respond to your messages within a day. Is it true?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah, I want that. Well, I know the right answer is no, I don't want it, but it's like there's something really wanting him to do that. That's my problem.
Yeah, but you flip to a turnaround. So stay in this one, the work 1, 2, 3, turn it around. 1, 2, 3, turn it around.
Well, I can think of a reason why I wouldn't want him to respond within a day.
I want him to respond to my message within a day. Turned around, I'll go where you are.
I don't want him to do that.
Give me an example.
Well, I think the reason he doesn't respond is that he's maybe a bit overwhelmed at the moment, so that maybe I get a quite of a emotional / aggressive answer if I get it within the day.
Mm-hmm.
And if I wait like for a week, then maybe he has cooled off and I get kind of a nice and kind response.
Oh my gosh, that guy.
Yeah.
I want him to respond to my messages within a day. Turned around, I don't want him to respond to my messages within a day. Why might you not want him to respond to your messages within a day?
Well, because he doesn't do it, and if he would do it for me, not for himself.
Oh, sweet.
Like he's like kind of trying to push or to change himself to get my approval. He once said something to the extent of like, I can't deal with intense questions when it's not like happening right now. You send me information that is useful within a few, whatever. It's a work relationship. So it's like he has to reply to in long text about stuff that is not easy or whatever. So then he thinks I can't deal with it right now because I have to deal with this right now.
Yeah, okay. So I don't want him to respond to my messages within a day. And you pretty well answered that. He's got his hands full.
Yeah, he can't do more, I think. He's a bit like he needs to chew on things, I guess.
Well, don't guess. That's how you know him to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're guessing, but that's how you think of him. He's a busy guy.
He is. Yeah.
And he doesn't respond, it seems, from what I'm hearing from you, that he doesn't do just quick texting. He's
Well, he does do that with a lot of people, but I think they don't send him like this kind of difficult information,
Okay.
like something that he can like he already knows yes or no to. Yeah, he responds quite quickly to that, I think.
Yeah. Okay, good. So
Yeah.
I want him to respond to my message within a day. So just look at the text with that information in your head that you just shared with him. I don't want him to respond to my message within a day. He's a guy that has his hands full. He really thinks things through, his text.
Well, it could be that if he would do it, like he would go over the edge a little bit, and then we had problems later because he's overly, like he's going, if he goes over his edge like quite regularly just to please me, then in a few weeks we have like a massive problem because he's not functioning well.
Yeah, I don't want him to respond to my message within a day. That is really, honey, that's just making all kinds of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that the reason why I want it is because I want to move forward, because I'm stuck waiting for his answer and then I can move forward.
Uh-huh.
But maybe I just move too quickly in a way for him to keep up. And if I even move forward more fast, then we lose each other in the process even more.
I think you're onto something. I think you're onto something really important.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's look at 3. In that situation, to get what you want, what advice would you offer him?
He should be more responsive and let me know how and when we're going to move forward.
So you're in the kitchen, you're looking at the text. He should be more responsive and let you know how and when we are going to move forward.
Well, in that moment, it's not really significant because now I'm chopping like a pumpkin.
Mm-hmm. And notice how you react. Notice your inner world of past, future, ego offering up, those thoughts and images in your head having to do with your experience texting him and what's on his plate and your actual message text to him, considering all of that. He should be more responsive. Is it true? He should let me know. He should let you know how and when you are going, the two of you are, or the project, whatever it is, are going to move forward. Is it true? This is such a good one. Your work life depends on it. And it looks like it needs some moderation. And as I sit here with you, you're pretty good at it. You should let me know how and when we are going to move forward.
In a way, he does. He lets me know not to move forward. That's the way forward. To stop moving forward. Because that's not helpful.
Wow. Good to know.
Oh.
So when we look at, he should let me know how and when we are going to move forward.
I feel some kind of pain. Oh,
That's understandable.
I think that maybe my communication is like, you're slow. And it's like a bit, he doesn't dare to say it, but he's like, he believes it even. And that's a bit hurtful to him, because now it's like, it's going into him like, you're not good enough or something. Yeah, I see that that's not helpful.
So let's turn it around. Be where you are, anchored there. I should let him know how and when I am able to move forward. Or I should let me know, he should let me know how and when he is able to move forward.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get out of him, but that's not helpful.
Well, I think that you're getting it from you.
I should let me know when we're going to move forward. Yeah, it's a bit difficult in a relationship, right? Like, how do I know when he...
It's a business relationship. You can call him and ask how he would prefer your messages to come through to him.
I've tried as Byron Katie, but like, we have like agreements about it that he never follows through on. And also, if I call, he doesn't pick up the phone. He will not do it.
Okay. And I think you're getting a glimpse of why.
Yeah, I think because he feels pushed.
Well, yes. It sounds like you are very good at what you do, and he has trouble keeping up when you look at his workload. Let's look at 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, he should not let me know how and when we're going to move forward.
For a while,
I should let me know how and when we are going to move forward.
Or he should let me know, or I should let me know that we're not going to move forward.
Wow. So in the kitchen, take that in.
That is kind of frustrating, but yeah, that is the truth of the situation. We're not moving forward right now. It's not that he doesn't want to, I guess. I wouldn't know why otherwise he would pay me. But yeah, makes sense. We're not moving forward. That's the message. We're not moving forward. Okay.
Yeah, that's him. That's who you're working with.
So yeah.
Okay, let's look at 4. To be happy in that situation in the kitchen when you're looking at your text, what do you need to be happy? What do you need him to think, say, feel, or do that would?
I need him to be proactive, communicative, and open about what he thinks and wants.
Is it true? Would that make you happy? And that's a big question. It sounds like you're running circles around that guy.
Yeah, I am. There's this part of me that doesn't want to go to that no, because it's like, but we have made this schedule, we have made this plan. How can I get to that like place if you don't deliver me that? Because what do you think that I can do in like 2 days? I can't, you know. But this is like the discussion that I have in my head.
So Judith, look how well you know him, and you're so shocked and so hurt when the message doesn't come. We're hearing how well you know him.
Yeah.
You're like a little kid. You send out the message and expect, you know, and then your ego says, you know, this is business. This is right. We agreed on it. And no, we're talking about that guy.
No.
That you're running circles around. You know, you're so efficient. So I need to be happy. I need him to be proactive. To be happy, I need me to be proactive. How can you lift that from him? Be proactive. You could be vice president. He could retire and you could take it over. I mean, you are.
He often says this.
So obviously he values you.
I think, yeah. And that is the scary part, because I'm actually whining because I feel somehow unappreciated. I guess I don't even dare to write it here. But that's
well,
kind of,
you know, he's I haven't seen that so far in your work. He's a busy guy. And you're really efficient.
yeah.
If he gets a text off to you, you're going to give him more.
That's true. I think maybe that's also why he doesn't want to reply.
I mean, it's like he's turning the faucet on, that he and he's so full of water, he just can't take any more on his plate.
That's just the truth. And I have tried to like keep the tap closed as little as I can to like not overflow, but there's so much information here. It wants to flow out, and he knows.
So let it flow out. Just don't expect him to text you back. And if there's something you can do without him, do it, as long as it fits in with his work ethics and works for him, for his company.
Right.
Okay, so I need him to be proactive. Turn around. I need me to be proactive. So now look at your text. You're in the kitchen. Drop your story and be proactive in the kitchen.
Oh, you mean separate from the work?
Just
Right.
be proactive. You've looked at your text. He didn't respond. I need to be proactive where I am, here, now, in the kitchen, because you're at work. You're not present.
Right.
It affects digestion, they say. It affects all kinds of stuff. When you look at what's going on in your head and how the physical reaction from that. And you are, what I'm experiencing is that you are really valued. Just keep being proactive, and he'll tell you when to stop or slow down. And you might even invite him to let you know. But when you don't get a text back, it's pretty clear. You're way ahead of him.
Yeah, this might be the thing. Yeah.
So to be happy, I don't need him to be proactive. So give me an example. why is it in your work position? Why is it? How is it that it would benefit you to be proactive where it does not involve him or would not offend him?
Well, it wouldn't be like I wouldn't spend my time doing something that it would be very indirectly beneficial for him, but I can think of something.
Okay, and what would
I
that be?
can read stuff in general about topics that we work on in general.
Yeah. Wow. Wow.
I have to just go back to that then. I think, yeah. Yeah, that might work
Be
here.
proactive. It could be you could take some of the workload off of him.
He doesn't allow me to. It's really annoying. He makes sure that I do not know too much so that I don't start doing it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so no, that wouldn't work, but I can start to read in general. Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
And I need me to be proactive. What text do you send him that you can go back and look at the text you sent him and understand why now he is what he's got going, why he's not texting you, why he might not be texting you. But I think that you've named it.
Yeah, and today I think he's actually in a conversation where he has a big fight with someone. So I think he's a bit emotionally stretched.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So in that situation, I need me to be proactive and not push him on a text, not anything. Sometimes being proactive can look like doing nothing.
Yeah, to not do some step up his anxiety so that he doesn't get and then maybe earlier he's ready to work again.
Yeah.
It sounds like I want him always to work, but that's not the case either.
Yeah, no, I'm not getting that. I'm just getting that keeping up with you would be difficult when you look at on what is on his plate already.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I need me to be proactive.
Well, I sent him a text that I need to know what he wants to do this weekend so that I can make decisions on planning things with just regular friends and stuff for the weekend. If he wants to make a work appointment, I can, but I need to be flexible because he's difficult. But I asked him please to reply so that I could morph myself into a place where everything can fit into the weekend, but maybe being
Well, he
proactive.
doesn't text back.
Then I have to just make my plans and then to bed for him.
Yeah, you were very clear in the text.
Right.
And him not getting back to you is it would leave me free
To just, not bother.
to have a life.
Yeah. Right.
Where I'm not dependent on a text.
Right.
And I realize it's your work life and only you can measure this. But he was proactive. He in this odd way, he hasn't gotten back to you. That frees you up.
Right. That's the message indeed.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's nothing you'd have to hide from him. You know, it's, you know, you can be alive with it. If it ever comes up, he says, I need you. And then you have done your part. You texted him, he didn't respond. And let's look at 5.
Yeah. Simon is ignoring me, inconsiderate, and holding off and delaying progress. So actually, I am ignoring me because I have a need to plan my weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of inconsiderate to the persons.
To both of you.
Well, also to the people who are still waiting for my reply about this weekend.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I'm holding off and delaying progress in that direction because
Mm-hmm.
I have more to do than just like
Wait for
work.
his text.
Right.
Yeah.
Seems like he wants to slow down things anyway, so who cares about doing things this weekend? Apparently it can wait. I don't feel that way, but apparently he does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your text to him was clear.
Yeah.
He doesn't respond. Yeah. It's like some kind of gift, not a curse.
Well, if I would hate my work or didn't really care about the content of the progress myself, but actually it's my most fun thing in life to do. But besides that, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You can have a life outside of that as much as you love it. You can, there's a whole world that working for this guy leaves you open to.
Right.
And you have a standard, it seems to me, a standard of excellence. So, but you're working for that guy. So just keep being excellent and he'll respond or not.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's ignoring you. Is it true?
I think actually the opposite is true. I think he's also a bit obsessed with me. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a lot to deal with when you look at his workload.
Yeah.
He's inconsiderate. You know, he's ignoring me, turn around, I'm ignoring him. Notice how texts are like pushing someone that is already full.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. You're ignoring him.
Yeah, that's true. There's the thing of my need before yours.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He's inconsiderate.
Well, he said sorry last week about this kind of behavior. So it's not always inconsiderate or something, no.
Well, you know him by now. He can't get to your text. They're requires decision making and
yeah, that's true.
And he's got a lot on his plate.
It's also a bit scary decisions. That's also true.
Yes, honey. He's inconsiderate, turned around. I'm inconsiderate.
Yeah, maybe he's just very frightened right now. That wouldn't be weird at all. No.
Yeah. I was just putting one more thing on him.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this could change. It doesn't have to change, you know, anytime you want to send him a text, it changes what you put in that text.
What do you mean by that? I don't follow.
I don't know. I just heard it from you as we were going through the worksheet. He's inconsiderate. Turned around, he's considerate. So you're in the kitchen He didn't text back. He's considerate. Look at that. There's a whole life there, Judith, in
Right.
the kitchen.
Yeah.
And it's in the weekend when you can go learn to play, and where you've already learned to play, to go play. Some of us don't even know what that looks like. You know, I
Yeah.
didn't, and when the work found me, I didn't. And so I went to Disneyland, and I went to the little children area. And they let parents sit in there. I didn't have a child, but I did those rides. And I saw the joy of what it's like just to let go and see it, you know, like, who am I without my thought, without the thought, I'm too old, this is not right, people will think I'm crazy, people will wonder, you know, why am I here without a child? I mean, all that running on, and just noticing. I learned to play.
Mm. This is wise advice, and especially in my case.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some of us don't even know how. Oh my God, I'm terrified of roller coasters. Now I can't stay off of them.
Really?
Oh, honey. Oh, love them.
I get a bit nauseous in that kind of stuff.
It's you're in the don't know. It's like you think, like, you can be present in a roller coaster and not miss it. For all you know, it is going off the tracks. You know,
Right.
just
Yeah.
enjoy the trip. And if you can enjoy yourself in the kitchen, you know, that's a big first step.
Right.
Yeah, I get not quite as much as being on a roller coaster. I think why people love roller coasters is they're in the present.
Yeah.
Other than the terror of it's going to go off the track, but it can't hold because you made it around one corner and it didn't. It's just
Everything you say
present
makes a lot of
present
sense to me constantly. And I intellectually, I get it. But, you know, the ego slips back and there I go.
That's
Present, future. I keep doing it. I just wish I would forget about myself.
well, you know, what self would that be?
That
You-
would be
The one
interesting.
the one in the kitchen you're remembering now.
Yeah.
It's like that one in the text, miss dinner. and the preparation of, you know, and to be present. We're all witnessing you in the kitchen now. Look at you. It's, oh my gosh. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, mm, mm. There's a whole wonderful world there. And when we're focused on his text, you know, he didn't return my text, we just miss it. Look, you're at work, you're preparing food.
You know, what I sometimes
all-
wonder, is it your experience that everything comes in exactly the right time?
Oh, yes. And it's for me. It's not, life isn't happening to me. It's happening for me. It's, you know, in the ego's world, you know, it's possessive. It's terrified of not being object, not being thing, not being human. It's looking for a home. Just like a little child, looking for security. And all of us, anytime we're frightened, we're little children. Don't let an older body fool you. That is not I. This is not I. No one is present. This life is a gift, and we're here and we're over there, and we miss it. We don't have to lose the ego. We can open our minds to it, and that's what self-inquiry gives us. And what you're thinking and believing about him, that's ego. And to question it is to live a life that even though we appear to be living it, it's like by the time the food gets to the table, it's like, was I ever in the kitchen? No, I was at work.
I love being at work, so that's, to my mind, it's like, of course I want to be there.
Yeah.
But I mean,
And
it's more on the boundary stuff. And there's still some kind of belief, like, no, certain things need to be in time, and I have such a
like
hard
a
time.
kitchen. Like
It
a
will
kitchen.
be in time.
Yeah.
It needs to be delivered then, is the belief.
Yeah. You're blessed with like this incredible mind. You know how things work, you're just running circles around that guy. Yeah, you may want to just have a talk with him and saying, how can I help you? And take on some of these texts you have to take on. Can I help you with some of that? Because you love work.
He loves control, so he will not let me near it, but I can ask. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you could just let him know if you're ever overloaded, I'm here.
I told him 1,000,000 times.
Well, that's okay. He that job is done in you. And oh boy. Of course, my head's saying you need to, oh my gosh, you need to just put up a shingle and call it your business and just go for it in life. And there's nothing that's going to stop you. You've got that gift. So just eyes open. Look where what you're doing is needed in the world. And go for it. At least consider it. That way no one holds you back. He's ignoring me. He's inconsiderate. He's delaying progress.
Yeah.
Whereas you're on fire. And it doesn't even seem to be enough for you. I don't know, sweetie, maybe you've outgrown it. I don't know, but you're smart. You're certainly seen how not to run a business. And you know how to. And I don't know where you would go with anything like that, but as we say, you're on fire, girl. You need a bigger.
I'm trying. Yeah. I get what you're saying. I did try in the 3 months that he was gone. I thought, fuck it. I'm going to do now something like on the side. I knew he would come back, but I thought,
Uh-huh.
doesn't matter. I'm gonna push this forward. And when he saw that I start doing it, he was like, "Hi, how are you?" Because he got nervous. Anyway,
Yeah.
but I should push a little bit more in that direction maybe. But the thing is, the project that we're doing, the space that he's in is so fucking unique. I can't just push myself up in that place somehow. all the
So just know that. Be considerate. Don't ignore it. Don't hold off in your understanding and outrun it.
Right.
You can by miles. And don't delay the progress, which is the text you send him when
It's
he's
the
loaded.
progress, yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. I
And
get
word
it.
it differently, just so he's at home in you, because you are blessed with passion and a really good mind for that kind of thing. Let's look at 6. You know why I love people like you? You run circles around me, and I am so grateful. Oh my gosh. Let's look at 6.
I don't ever want to be left in the dark again.
I'm willing to.
Ain't that the truth?
I'm willing to and feel it. Like this can actually feel like a prayer. In that situation when he doesn't text me back and I've sent him all this information.
I'm
willing to be left in the dark again.
I'm looking forward to be left in the dark. I really don't like this darkness, but yeah, see
and go out with your friends.
Right.
And in the situation, the kitchen, I do want to be left in the dark. Now be in the kitchen, anchor there, look around, look at what you missed. Even though you didn't miss it, look what you missed.
Yeah.
And feel the like if there's a pan or something you're cooking with, feel what that feels like when you touch the handle and when you open the refrigerator door. My gosh, you can just weep if you get present with the gift. That stuff is refrigerated.
Right.
Holy moly, for you and the floor holding you, and then but wait, there's more. But wait, there's more. Oh, this world is just, look at my hands doing that. I think I'll move my hands now. There is something so good going on. Look at that. What
and magical, yeah.
I think I'll plan to put myself here and do that. No, there's something going on in the kitchen, wherever you are, at work, in the kitchen, going out with your friends, watching them, listening, see them as teachers that show you how to play, how to be. Some of it not so cool for you. Some of it you maybe could use. I don't ever want to be left in the dark again. I'm willing to.
Well, that is something to work on for someone, I think. Yeah.
I'm willing to be left in the dark again when it comes to him not responding to my messages. Yes, it's frustrating, but look at what's going on in your head. What's frustrating him? What's frustrating you? Him or what you're thinking and believing?
Well, I think you pointed it out already. I'm a bit afraid to be my own boss. That's what is actually going on here.
You
That
don't
like
strike me as someone afraid of being their own boss when you consider how often you text him and understand inside of you, chances are he won't get back to you in the time that you perceive as necessary.
Yeah. Maybe the truth is I don't ever want to be left in the light again.
Well, that's interesting. Where do you go with that?
I can see that. Like I really hate to be seen, like publicly. So that's where I use him for, because he gets all the shit. Nobody knows that I exist. Nobody knows that I do this work. It's like kind of, yeah. He's in the public eye every day, and he gets all the media, all the shit. That's why I don't want to be in the light. I think that's what it is.
Well, it depends on your state of mind. One person's hell is another person's heaven. It's as we believe it to be. I mean, as we experience it to be. And that's why self-inquiry is so important. We can get down to it and wake up to our heart's desire. And it's not enough to wake up to it, we live it. It's like I want him to respond to my messages within one day. I want me to respond to his messages within one day. And there you are in the kitchen. And he hasn't texted you. That's his message to you.
Right.
He can't get to it.
So it means I shouldn't be waiting more than one day for his message or make my own decisions. Right.
Go play.
Yeah.
That's where you are lacking experience. If I heard you correctly, you don't know how to play.
Right.
Yeah. So go out to a children's playground and be a fool. Do what the kids do. And learn to play.
Yeah, makes sense.
I had to have those teachers. Oh boy, I have no idea. No idea. We're all innocent, you know. We all are free to play here. When we look at what we're holding, what we're thinking and believing, who needs to go play? I just need to sleep. I just need to sit down and watch television. I just need to, I just need.
Holy guacamole, he just texted.
I think we're done here. I'm willing to be left in the dark again, and and what he has just texted you could leave you in a darker space than you were in, meaning his lack of information. When you consider your last text, who knows? And Judith, honey, I love taking this trip with you, and I hope all of you out there have had some experience in self-inquiry. There's nothing, we hear the expression, the truth will set you free. What in the what does that mean? Okay, well, we just sat with Judith and we got a clue. Self-inquiry wakes us up to reality, which is, for me, this amazing world with all of you in it, living in me. I just love this community so much. Do you know there's more of 100 of you that don't, oh, never mind. There's Jane, your takeaway.
Oh, Judith, I just so enjoyed your worksheet. It was so much fun. And I just found this lovely, I could see the way you were processing everything and it was all landing, and your openness and the sweetness that I experienced coming from you. And Katie, the things that you picked up around Judith going out on her own, and I can completely see that. You're like a force of nature, and it was just really reigniting something in me around, wow, I like being in the world like that and just being so bold and not holding that life back, because that life in you is, I can see it. And there's something about when we contract and we keep this life force within us, that's what causes us pain. Because I saw you do this. You want to go out here, and then there's this happening, and I'm like, just go for it. And I felt that there was this little bit of coaching there, but it was all within the wisdom of what was being revealed through the work.
Yeah.
So inspiring.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Thank you, Jane. that was my experience sitting with Judith as well. Boy, Bruna.
I was laughing to myself the whole time because I was seeing myself as Judith's boss, and how often I'm like that. Like, I don't respond to messages for 3 months and my friends are wondering. And it's often because, like, I'm overwhelmed and everything's in my life feels like too much.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'm depressed. Sometimes, I hold myself to these standards of, I need to reply perfectly. I need to know what to say. And that stops me from messaging. And I've seen the other side of people just being like, she's inconsiderate. She doesn't care about me, when the truth is it's nothing to do with them. Often, I love them, but it's my own experience is too much.
Yeah. And our friends hang in with us, and and everyone doesn't.
Sometimes I've lost some friends like that, because it happened.
Yeah. Basically, do I love my life? And I can't respond to all the emails and texts I get, and I can honestly say I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best, and that'll do. And then people are kind, like Judith. She's hanging in with that guy and just and supporting and just oh boy. Yeah. Thank you, honey. Thank you, Tina. Linda, your takeaways.
So I so appreciate this, Judith.
Oh, your sound's off.
Is that better, I guess?
Yes.
Oh, okay, thank you. So thank you, Byron Katie. And Judith, I loved this journey. You took me back to my relationship with the head of my department 25 years ago, Oh my gosh, it must be a twin to your boss. It was so the same. And what I'm really appreciating, like I didn't have the work then, but I'll never forget one day at 5 o'clock, every day I would go into his office and I would say, should we go over these things you tasked me with that I've done my part on? And he's like, not tonight. One day I went into his office, I was like, does this really work for you? That every day at 5 o'clock, I come to your office and you're like, no. And you know what he said? I was certain there was responsibility on me. I should be doing something different. I was so certain. You know what he looked at me? He looked at me and he said, yes. And so for the next 16 years that I was with that firm until I retired, I just let it sit. It gave me so much freedom. I moved into my area. I was an attorney, as was he. I moved into my area of expertise, cultivated clients I could work with directly, not through his role. And when it came to his role, I let it sit. Now I have 1,000 million worksheets for the rest of my life, even though I retired 10 years ago from my law practice days. When I want one, all I have to do is grab back there. But that moment, this took me back and it was like realizing, wow, and what the work really does is brings up for me all the bits that are mine, but I don't notice. And this was like the gift of, it can also be a reminder of the places where it did work. So Judith, this has been a glorious, glorious gift. Thank you so much. And I love being here, Byron Katie. Thank you.
Oh, I love you're here too. And wasn't Judith forthcoming? Just like,
yes,
dialed.
so clear.
So,
yeah,
gosh, that open mind.
And then when Bruna said, and it turned out, and it's really not about them, it was like, that is so true. That was like, yeah, it was all about his world and his responsibilities and his procrastination habits, all of it. Yeah. So much clarity and beauty here today.
And just seeing that, miracles can come out of how, Judith, you are with him, the way you are with him without even trying. These worksheets shift the way that we're wiser on the other side of it. So that can live. And wisdom is a fearless thing. It'll live. Enough of that. So Tamira. Oh, Tamira, who's your partner there? Oh, your sound. Hi, honey.
Hello.
Hello.
This is little Mio wanting to talk to you and say hello again, Katie.
Oh, little Mio. Hi, sweetie. What would you like to say to me?
Was magst du der Katie sagen?
What?
Doesn't know.
Oh, we have that in common. I don't know either. There's just something coming out of my mouth. I don't even plan. What is that you're putting in your mouth? What is that?
Nee, mach mal das weg. Okay.
What is that? That's a magic trick. I saw it and now I don't. You are tricky, Tio. Nice.
Yeah. Ja, los. I shall say something. He knows how to play. I love that part so much.
Wow, that's good. So great teacher in the family.
He is.
Mama,
He
kan
is.
je morgen het fernglas met die
I think now we say
Johan,
goodbye. Sollen wir der Katie gerade Tschüss sagen?
Ja.
Mwah, Tio. Bye, sweetie. I look forward to seeing you again. Mwah. Oh, look at this, Tio. Look at this. Oh, look at this. Sabina.
Hi, Katie.
Hey, Sabina, you look marvelous, sweetie.
Oh, thank you. Today I went out from the psychiatric hospital.
Oh my gosh, I'm just
Yeah.
so good. It really shows, honey. You just look vibrant.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what came to you as we sat with Judith today?
Oh, this little, I don't get a reply. She had like a little case and I have this huge case. I don't get a reply since years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's that was a good worksheet for that. It served me too. It really served me too. But
Yeah.
it's like expecting a text from when you already know it's probably not coming, and this is for all of us, like knowing chances are it's not going to come is one thing, but really expecting it, knowing, what we know about that person we're waiting for to text us, it's like all the worry around that's on us because we know them well enough to know, oh, but wait, I'm shocked he didn't text. No, we're not shocked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quite years of experience.
Yeah.
And I have a question, Katie. I was stuck with these same worksheets. They don't move. Like one was when they tied me up to the bed. I want them to let me free.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't move. It's yes, I want them to let me free.
Uh-huh.
And yes, I suffer, and I don't know who I am without this thought.
Yeah. Okay. So let's look at it. So they tied you down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you want them to set you free.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And they didn't do that in the time.
Mm-hmm.
They eventually did it.
Yes.
But in the meantime, you are suffering.
Mm-hmm.
So I want them to set me free. So be there now, Sabina. They've
Mm-hmm.
tied you down. Okay. I want them to set me free. That's not happening. I'll just be there now.
Mm-hmm.
I want me to set me free. Now get in touch with, are you on bed?
Mm-hmm.
So be in touch. Like, let the bed hold you. It's there for you. Just relax into that. Now get in touch with the restraints on your hands, feet, wherever they are,
Mm-hmm.
and just allow them to be there. Just relax, just get in touch with them, feel them. They're not there to hurt you. Just relax.
Mm-hmm.
Just to be there now. Okay, so other than what you're thinking and believing, honey, in that situation, are you okay?
Yes.
I love that so much. They tied me down, turned around. I tied me down. So what comes to your mind when you try that on, I tied me down?
It comes to me that I told them if they are gonna keep me in the psychiatrist hospital, I'm gonna smash their window and get out.
So you're into winning and losing. It's like they wouldn't let you out, and you're going to smash the window, and then they do what doesn't surprise you.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like help is sometimes all we ask, and we don't know what it looks like. But for me, Sabina, my angel, you showed me what it's like to be constrained and to be present and at peace with that. You're a great teacher.
Thank you.
And just remember the break the window medicine. When you go for that, then it's like cause and effect. And maybe you will go for that window again, who knows? Restrain you. Remember that you.
I just see in this situation that I'm in fear, and it's like what they say puts me more in fear, and then I say something and the whole situation escalates. When I was there as well, the psychologist, he told me I have to stay in the psychiatric hospital, and I knew she's not allowed to do that. And then I got in fear, like she's doing something she's not allowed. And then this situation came.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's about winning and losing, isn't it? Like you have the thought, for example, she's not qualified. She's not supposed to be here. And then she's there anyway.
Yeah.
And rather than just getting connected with her, even though she's not supposed to be there, getting connected with her. So just be there now with her. She says, there she is. And you're saying you're not supposed to be here. And there she is. And just sit in this turnaround, be there now. She is supposed to be there. For you. For you. Just like the walls and the ceiling and the floor and the bed and the window. Yeah. Be there now. Look at her. See if you can see that she's not there to hurt you. Do you see that? Even though she's not supposed to be there in that situation. In other words, even though you may be right, she is supposed to be there.
Unknown caller.
Oh, I think we lost Sabina, but she's living here. And I love that she's living in all of you, just the way our Judith was just had a life in us today. And Tio and Chris.
Hello, thank you for
Hello.
taking my call.
Uh-huh.
Hello, can you see me?
Oh, I can. You're out there in it, and the trees and the walk.
Yeah, I am. Thank you very much for all of the work that you've done, Byron Katie. You've helped me immensely. And I took away from Judith's, the texting. I have that with my son, who's no longer with us in this world, and so I have a lot of memories of him not responding to texts, and that was so helpful to just know that is a response, that he's not responding because he didn't respond when he was here, but that he wasn't just ignoring me, and that was his response and what he needed. And it wasn't about me. And the other thing that I took away from Judith was the ability to play. So I don't think I have that. I need to learn that too. And so that educated me.
Never too late. Never too late. If you don't know how, just Go where the children are and watch. Yeah, they're just,
Yeah, I'm
they're
learning
fearless.
now.
They're fearless, and just,
And honest and authentic, and they
yeah,
have so many
they
beautiful
don't
gifts.
care if snot's running down their nose. They don't care if they fall down, they get back up. Or if they cry, they look around, if no one's watching, then they go on with what they were doing. If someone's watching, they amp the tears up, or it just go where they go. They're just, oh my gosh. Oh my God.
And just be present with them. I'll try that. I will try that. And the thing about Sabina, the takeaway I had there was, wow, even in this very extreme situation of being tied down to a bed, which seems like a ultimate restriction of one's freedom, it seems like you just accept what is, and you accept the reality.
No one can cost us our freedom. What we're thinking,
Yeah,
believing is the prison of the mind. That's the prison. Under all circumstances.
and you get into that.
Bombs coming, and we see it, and it's going to blow us up. There's nothing frightening about that. It's the mind showing what is not, which is it
Us
shows
blowing up.
going to explode. We're going to, it's going to bomb us, and we miss the last few moments of our life. And
Yeah.
it's
And because we're in like
blows
making
up
someone
before
else
we
wrong.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sabina. Thank you for Judith. Thank you, Byron, Katie. Love you all.
Oh, thank you so much, Chris. Marianne, your takeaway today.
Oh, God, it was so fabulous. It was fabulous. And I don't know who, I think both of the speakers helped me. And Katie, you helped as well. And the idea of self-responsibility is so big. It's just, like I felt like with Judith, it was like, oh, yeah, she should be mad. And then the turnaround is like, oh, I get it. I get it, Katie. I get what it's about.
Oh, just nurture that treasure.
Yeah.
The way I nurture this treasure is like, like a worksheet a day keeps the willies away, that keeps fear away, keeps worksheet a day. It gives us direction for life. We question it and turn it around. But those of you that take shortcuts, you fill in a worksheet and just turn it all around. That's not this work. That's into wishful thinking, a little manipulation. That's not, no, just anchor. As we saw Judith anchor in a time and place, like she was in the kitchen, looking for that text that wasn't there. And fill in the worksheet from that situation, from whatever your topic is that you want to work. And the ego wants you just to turn around and go on. No, education before flipping it, or it'll flip on you. You won't.
Yeah,
you won't
for
get
sure.
that. Yeah. Thank you, Marianne. Abdul.
Hi, Katie. This session was beautiful. Yeah.
Is that how
this,
I pronounce your name, Abdul?
yeah, that's it, Abdul. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved this session, and for me, I loved seeing the childlike nature in some moments, even in you, Katie, when you were talking to the little boy, and I feel like Yeah, that innocence and beauty and childlike nature, you can see it in everyone, and that's the thing I noticed. And also, I have some messages piled up on my social media platforms, and I just feel like I want to rest or do other things, but also I have the thought in my mind that other people may be taking it personally, and I don't want that to happen. So my question is, what's a good way to deal with that?
You know, I would question if I don't respond, they will think I don't care.
Okay.
What is it? What is it you fear? If I don't respond, they'll think.
I don't think it's something. For me, it feels like I'm worrying about how they're gonna process it. If I don't answer, they will feel irrelevant, for example.
Oh, wow. So if you don't answer, oh my goodness, honey. Wow. So their happiness is depending on you.
Yeah, I think I feel that way regarding some of the people in my entourage.
Mm-hmm. You know, it's a worksheet on those people. If I don't respond, it's like number one, I am fearful at the people in my social media.
Yeah.
I'm fearful of the people on my social media because their happiness depends on me.
Yes. Yeah.
And then that would be number one. And then you'd anchor in the situation where you're not responding. You're looking at the social media and you're not responding because, it's just not on your plate in that situation. And then write the worksheet from there.
Okay.
Yeah. If I don't respond, yeah. Anyway, their happiness depends on me. So.
Okay.
Oh, wow, honey. Oh, have you heard me talk about if I had a prayer, it would be yes. You've heard that?
God, I don't think the thing about validation, approval, and that one.
Yeah. God spare me from the desire to seek love, appreciation.
Yeah.
Yeah, good one. Yeah, I love that. Can't remember when that came to me, but it was
Yeah, I used to say that prayer many times when I was dependent on other people myself.
Yeah, it's so powerful. It leaves the world free of me.
Yeah.
And I think that's a service. And then when you do your social media, they're there or they're not, but you're there. Yeah. Oh, honey, thank you for checking in.
Thank you.
Dear. Oh my goodness. So Judith, thank you for being our teacher today, and all of you that checked in. And on announcements, we have an At Home with Byron Katie podcast. So if you miss our Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesdays, you can always check in with us there. And I've revised Loving What Is, and so that revised edition is out. And we have a 99-cent app in the App Store with the Judge Your Neighbor worksheet there, and a way for you to work everything on the worksheet, one belief at a time, on that one belief at a time worksheet that we have there for you. And thank you all for something beautiful. And thanks to your contributions, we're just going to keep showing up here every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And so let's see, is this when this is Tuesday? Oh, good. Let's hang out tomorrow. Same time, same place. Mwah.